When I first read the options for this week's video reflection, I considered A and D, but the more that I thought about it, the more I felt that C matched how I actually think about morality. The strongest reason to act is preventing serious harm, especially when a child is involved. This child has been repeatedly neglected, and while it may not be on purpose, multiple interventions have failed. And if nothing is done, this child will experience serious and lasting harm. Due to that reason, I think protecting the child and reducing future harm becomes the most important concern. What I realized while reflecting on this is that my answer assumes morality comes from promoting human well-being and helping people flourish. And when I think about human flourishing, I'm thinking about safety, health, having basic needs met, and the ability to grow in a stable environment. I also think part of why I feel this way is personal, because as a mother of 5 kids and someone who grew up feeling responsible for protecting my younger sister, I'm always paying attention to situations where children are involved or even just vulnerable people. That experience doesn't determine my entire moral view, obviously, but it does definitely influence my answer. One reason I didn't choose option B is because I heavily agree with an idea from the reading. Plato asked whether things are good because God commands them, or whether God commands them because they are already good. Leela follows that by saying, so either morality is arbitrary or goodness exists beyond God. That stood out to me because it challenged the idea that morality comes only from divine commands in some moral rule book. If protecting a child is good only because God says it is, then morality seems dependent on authority. I also thought about option D because social workers often rely on policies. However, I don't think decisions like this are purely policy decisions. Policies help guide the choice, but underneath it is still a moral question about what we owe to that vulnerable child. My answer assumes that authority comes primarily from promoting well-being and protecting vulnerable people, rather than from personal preference, policy alone, or religious commands. Even though moral beliefs can be influenced by culture, upbringing, and experience, I believe protecting children from serious harm, or any vulnerable human being for that matter, is one of the strongest moral responsibilities that we have.